So now we have another multiplying situation, and it's a little bit bigger. So in the last video, I never really talked about the monomials, but remember when we had the 5x and the 10x? Those are monomials. They only have, they don't have more than one term. It's just 5, they have more than one factor, but not more than one term. Terms are separated by addition and subtraction signs. So that's why these are called monomials. And we don't have that in this situation. We have polynomials in both the numerators and both denominators, and we have to try to factor them. So, you know, what would be more fun than factoring one polynomial, factoring 4 of them? So that's the situation we have here. Now the first one, that one looks a little complicated, so maybe I'll rewrite that one. 2x squared plus 5x minus 12. Now, you could do trial and error on it and see if you could just guess what the two binomials are. Or you could use the AC method, and we want numbers to multiply to be negative 24 and add to be 5. Okay, so I think 3 and 8 are going to be the numbers, but one of them's got to be negative, so we're going to put the negative on the 3. So negative 3 and 8 will work. Sometimes it takes a while to get those numbers, but keep practicing the factoring, it'll get easier. And then 2x squared, then I'm going to make minus 3x plus 8x. I usually just put them in order, so whichever number I wrote first over on the right is what I write first. Okay, now here comes my dotted line, because now it's a grouping situation. So factor out the x, 2x minus 3, that was the common factor in the first two terms. And then in the last two terms, it's going to be plus. Remember that plus comes from right there. And the common factor is 4, so 2x minus 3. Now what we're checking is we're checking to see if that binomial is the same as that binomial. It is, yay, that means our grouping's working, everything's great. So 2x minus 3 is one factor, and x plus 4 is the other factor. So all I've done so far is factor the first trinomial there. So it factors into 2x minus 3 times x plus 4. The denominator, so this one, maybe it'll help if I use different colors. That one is the difference of squares. So it's going to factor into x plus 4 and x minus 4. Now I usually wait to do my canceling until I get everything factored. Okay, so now I need to do, let's see, another color here. This numerator right here, that happens to be a perfect square trinomial. Or I can think of, the numbers are fairly small, I can think of two numbers that multiply to be 16, add to be negative 8, and it's going to be x minus 4 times x minus 4. And I'm going to write them out separately. I'm not going to write x minus 4 squared, just because it's easier for me when I cancel. Okay, and then I've got this one. I think I'm going to recopy that one. Where can I write that one? 2x squared minus 13x plus 15. So I'm going to go ahead and do the AC method. 2 times 15, which is, so I need numbers that multiply to be 30. I'm putting it over here because I'm going to run out of room otherwise, and add to be negative 13. So think and think. Stop the video if you need to. Okay, did you come up with the two numbers? So they're negative 3 and negative 10. Those are the two numbers. So hopefully you got that. Let me double check. Yep, that looks good. They multiply to be 30, add to be negative 13. All right, 2x squared minus 3x minus 10x plus 15. So you could do trial and error, but I like to go through the AC method so students have a chance to see it again. A lot of students like the AC method. This time I'm going to be factoring out a negative because of that sign, and the common factor is 5. So 2x, that changes this to a minus 3. So you can double check by distributing, but the binomials are the same here, so yay. And so we have 2x minus 3 times x minus 5. So I'm going to write that down here in the denominator. You have to keep track of where everything goes. Okay, now I'm ready to do some canceling. I've used up all my colors. Okay, so, okay, 2x minus 3, that cancels with 2x minus 3. X plus 4, x plus 4. I have an x minus 4 that will cancel with one of those x minus 4s, but just one of them. Okay, so I have x minus 4 in the numerator and x minus 5 in the denominator, and then you're done. Nothing else will cancel. You have one factor in the numerator, x minus 4, one factor in the denominator, x minus 5, and they're not the same. So you're done. That was exciting. What do you think happens if everything were to cancel? The answer would be 1, okay? Just keep that in your back pocket.